Most regulars know that when we start this show, it's always with memorabilia. Here's a rare one. I don't think I've ever shown this more than once before. This is one of the 3 books, the middle book, written by Maury Wills, How to Steal a Pennant. There he is stealing. This is the middle book. He wrote 3 books. It Pays to Steal, How to Steal a Pennant, and On the Run. And this one gets the least amount of acknowledgement. I don't know why. I guess it wasn't as big a deal. Well, look at the price on that book. Only $8.95. And put out by Putnam and Sons in New York. Let's see, what year is this one? 1976 he wrote this. How to Steal a Pennant. Maury Wills. I love it. Let's get started here on our June 16th show. Give me an 8-count blip, please. I don't hear it yet. There it is. There it goes. Hey, good shot. Just time, perfect time. Play ball! Huh? I didn't hear Vinny that time, but he's in there somewhere. Hey, everybody, I'm Randy. You know who you are. Come on in. Pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and let's talk Dodgers. There's one right there. This is the best, first, and only video podcast by fans, for fans of your Los Angeles Dodgers. The 16th day of June. Last podcast was the 12th of June. The news right now, in the news, and the big news in Dodgerland, of course, Shohei Ohtani returns to the mound tonight. Yeah. He's set for being back in a Dodger uniform and on the hill tonight against the Padres. Game will be broadcast free on MLB TV at 7 p.m. Also, it'll probably be shown on MLB Network if you're around. And on top of all that, Sportsnet LA here in Los Angeles. So, got to watch that one. And the reason, some people were kind of shocked by that. We insiders kind of heard a little bit last night. Dave Roberts said the live simulated or whatever sort of ran its course after Sunday's 5-4 win over the Giants. He's ready to make his debut on the mound, which means Ohtani's ready. They were going to say he's ready in July. They were going to hold him back. I know it. They're still holding some guys back. But they thought, you know what? He's already built up for an inning or two. Let's give him an inning or two. He'll be the opener. So that'll be cool. So I'm excited. Are you excited? Yeah. All right. In other news, in case you didn't hear, you're under a rock somewhere, the Dodgers took 2 out of 3 from the hated ones over the weekend. Yeah! In Game 2, the Dodgers got a lot of homer help from Ohtani twice, T.O., and Miggy Rowe. Let's check those out now. Ohtani in the first inning.
Ohtani steps in from the left side, hitting .286. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a drive, deep right field. This ball is gone. A home run for Shohei Ohtani. Home run number 24 for the Big Show.
His 7th leadoff blast, and the Dodgers strike first.
Well, get excited, guys. Tim Never's getting excited. And, of course, Steven Nelson. And then in the 6th inning, there were 2 home runs. Ohtani hit one of them in the 6th. Here's what it sounded like.
Shohei Ohtani was reached 3 times tonight. Leadoff home run, a couple of walks, one of them being intentional.
Ohtani rips one deep to right field, heading back to the wall. It is gone! It's a home run for Ohtani. His 2nd of the night. Oh, it's a big-time show.
Back in my day, a guy hit a home run like that, you'd say, check his back. It's got to be corked. Something, but I think it's his arms that are corked.
I like it. Or in case you missed it, Oral said, in my day, guys would look for home runs hit like that. They look to see if their bat was corked. He says, this guy's arms are corked. That's pretty funny. All right. After that, Mr. Rojas did his thing. Miggy Rowe in the 6th inning? No, the 8th inning. Check it out.
Miguel Rojas, who knows what it's like on the other side, as he has been a pitcher, as a position player. He swings and drives one deep to left field. This ball headed back. It is gone. Miguel Rojas with a home run, his 2nd of the season, and the Dodgers lead it 11-0.
Yeah, that was great. I loved it. Beautiful. Miggy Rowe getting in the act. Of course, he hit it off one of their position player pitchers, but that's okay. It was a good game. In bigger news than that, though, and all the home runs, Kershaw threw 7 innings of 3-hit shutout ball, 1 walk, 5 Ks, 83 pitches or so. Kike Hernandez got his first major league strikeout. Hey, let's hear that one. Did you guys want to hear that? Yeah, Kike Hernandez got his first strikeout. Let's see if I can find that. Yeah, here it is. First time he's ever struck anybody out in a game. Check it out.
Kike is trying to beat Porter in his half inning. Got to be a little competition here. Porter gave up 1. Kike is trying to post a 0.
He goes with a fastball. Got him. Strike 3. 87 miles an hour, knee high over the plate.
Get that baseball. First career K for Kike.
Yeah. That was cool. And I was watching. I watched him before do this, and maybe you've seen him too. He'll throw a couple of bloopers. The whooper doopers, as Dontrell Willis calls. Throws a couple of real, high curves like a softball pitch, and then if he's got the guy down with 2 strikes, he'll just go and just throw a fast one, and he's not expecting it because he sees all these bloopers. Well, I was calling now. I thought, he's got 2 strikes in this guy. Watch him light it up, and he did, and he struck him out. All year I've been waiting for that to happen. And every time he's tried that, somebody's either fouled it off or gotten a hit or something. So it was kind of neat to see Kike get the strikeout. All right. Anyway, in Game 3 of that series, the home run power came from Edman and Pages. Edman in the second. Let's hear that one right now.
Here's Tommy Edman. This one swung on, drilled to right field and deep. It is headed back toward the wall. It is over the wall. A home run. Tommy Edman, his 10th home run of the season. Yeah. A solo shot. And the Dodgers lead it 2-0.
I love that. And then, of course, Mr. Pages did his thing that was in the second. In the 5th inning, he did a nice little home run by Andy Pages.
Pages got a run in with a sacrifice fly in the first.
The 0-1.
That have been sung about Pages with runners on, he delivers.
I'll tell you what.
That was pretty cool. A little hard to hear that ESPN thing, but it was kind of fun, and I like the way that worked out. What am I trying to find here? Yeah, I had a few more things to talk about in that game. First of all, I don't know if anybody mentioned this at all, but the greatest thing to me in that game yesterday, Tanner Scott pitched a very clean 9th inning and got the save. Tanner. Yeah, man. Love it. And it was also the Dodgers' 25th home win of the year. The staff got 8 strikeouts. Free jumbo jacks today for everybody. More on that later. Dodgers are now at 43-29. They lead the NL West by 2 games over the Giants. And I love that even more. All right. Let's see what we got. Quick injury report. This will be I guess more of a positive one because, when you had 14, 15 pitchers on the aisle, they're going to come back at some point. They can't all come back at once because we don't have that many spots. So the Dodgers are kind of mixing and matching. You're going to see a lot of taxiing, I think, the next couple of months. And after the All-Star break, then we'll have, definitive group. We'll have probably all our main guys you watch. But anyway, and you heard it here first. First of all, Shohei, as we mentioned, he's going to be pitching tonight. His recovery from right elbow and left shoulder surgeries. He's expected to return tonight. He's going to serve as the opener, as I mentioned, against the Padres. His first big league appearance since September of 2023. Ouch. Wow, that's a long time. Second of all, I'm really excited about this guy because this guy was great last year, or whenever we saw him last, I guess. Emmett Sheehan. He's recovering from Tommy John surgery. He's expected to return tomorrow or the next day. He's built up to 3.5 innings on 63 pitches June 12th in a rehab start with AAA Oklahoma City. His next start is expected to come with the Dodgers probably tomorrow or the next day, and that's during this series, and that's exciting. Emmett Sheehan, great guy. All right, the last guy on that list that I really have been worried about, and I think you probably have too, because this guy hasn't pitched since like April or something, but with right shoulder inflammation, that'd be Tyler Glasnow. Paid a lot of money for that guy. He's expected to return in July. Yeah, right. He threw a simulated game against live hitters on June 13th at Dodger Stadium for the first time since going on the IL, and so that's encouraging. But one more, and then I'll tell you what I think. Then Blake Snell, remember that guy? We paid a lot for him too. Left shoulder inflammation. He's expected to return possibly July also. Threw 20 to 25 pitches, all fastballs in a bullpen session on the 13th of June. And I think those 2 guys are coming back right after July's All-Star game. So we can have Snell and Glasnow and Kershaw and Ohtani and Yamamoto. How's that for 5 starters? And maybe a sixth one. I'm not sure who that would be, but we'll see. I think they want a 6-man rotation. Why? Because they want to get the Japanese guys 6 days rest. Yamamoto works better on 6 days rest. Now, I don't think we're going to see Sasaki right away, but he might be the 6th guy, might be somebody else. I don't know. The other one I want to tell you about on the IL right now, Blake Trinan. He's got right forearm sprain. Ow, I've had those. His expected return is possibly July. Some people say, I've heard him say, oh, they're not going to see him this year. He's going to come back. He resumed throwing bullpen sessions during the week of June 9th, currently only throwing fastballs. What does that mean? I don't know. But I think he's going to come back too, and we need all these guys. We need every arm we can get. All right. All right, let's do some fun stuff. Whenever I do this, I mean, it's the international sign for fun stuff. Of course, it's all fun. It's a podcast. Don't forget to vote for your Dodgers for the upcoming All-Star game. All you got to do is go to the Dodger website, Dodgers.com/vote or www.mlb.com/all-star/ballot, or just go to MLB.com and get into their All-Star ballot. You'll see it there. You get to up until June 26th. Got another 10 days. You get to vote 5 times a day. You can do it rapid fire. You can just set up your list and then go boom, 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 and you got it. This is also funny. When asked by the national broadcast interview after a game over the weekend what he'd be doing for Father's Day, Mookie said he'd be rolling the rock, meaning he'd be doing some bowling. And they asked him where, and he says his favorite lane, he's got 2 lanes at home. How cool is that? That's our Mookie. We got to see some. Hey, Mook, if you're watching. No, he's not watching. If you're watching, I want to see some video of that. Somebody sneak into his house. Let's see some video. All right, shout-outs today. We got a boatload of shout-outs. I think there's a lot of newbies in this crowd. I don't remember some of these names, but these are new guys. Some of them have been around. Let's see. We got Ann F., Kazuko I., Kevin K., Jason R., Ramiro F., Mario A., Brussard Y., Janice L., Damian N., Miguel V., Antonio G., Paul D., Kathy E., Cheryl C., Lynn T., Jock B., Roger Yee, and you and me and Fox Jabri, who's Fox Cali because he is El Zorro. Thank you, everybody, for watching Let's Talk Dodgers. Thanks also for subscribing on YouTube and following us here in Facebook. Tell all your Dodger-loving friends we're right here in Facebook. We're right here in YouTube. We're always here. We're always talking Dodgers. Tell them to like us there. Tell them to subscribe in Facebook and YouTube. We're always talking Dodgers. Go Blue. Welcome aboard to all the newbies. One more time for the newbies. Glad to have you all here with us. And if you have some fan mail, you can shove it in here on the Facebook page, or you can write a note to me in one of the YouTube videos. I don't look at them all the time, but once in a while. And also, if you have serious, super private fan mail, you like to say something or whatever, or tell me off or whatever. I know Bobby Kale wanted to. Bobby's the first one to see it here. You can send it to letstalkdodgers@gmail.com, and that's the official email address of Let's Talk Dodgers. This day in Dodger history, man, you got to really go ripping through the time frame, the timeline to find anything on June 16th. There's a few things that happened that are of major note, but nothing that positive that I wanted to talk about, so I had to dig up my own. And on this date, June 16th, way back there before I was around, and before most of you were around, before anybody, well, my parents were around, June 16th, 1954, Lynn was around, Lynn T. The Dodgers clubbed 5 home runs during an 8-4 win over the Braves at Ebbets Field, going deep for Brooklyn, where these 5 guys, 4 of them Hall of Famers, Duke Snider, Gil Hodges, Roy Campanella, Pee Wee Reese, and Don Hoke. The winning pitcher that day was Carl Erskine, who went all the way, all 9, giving up 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, had 7 strikeouts, and get this, the time of the game back then, 2 hours and 24 minutes. The attendance was only 14,237. Of course, it was a Wednesday at Ebbets Field, so maybe that's why it was such a small crowd. But way to go. Dodgers beat the Braves on this day at Ebbets Field, June 16th, 1954. Wow. All right, 71 years ago. Okay, stats of the day. Got a couple here for you. On that game a couple days ago with the Giants, where you heard those 2 Ohtani home runs, those were his 24th and 25th home runs. Okay, that's an NL best, by the way. He's leading the National League with a 25th home run. That snapped a 10-game homerless drought from everybody who's talking about, oh, he hasn't hit a home run in 10 games. Yeah, it also ended a 46 plate appearance homerless game. That was a homerless drought that he hasn't had in a long time. 46 plate appearances. Hope that doesn't happen again, Shohei. Shh. Don't jinx it. And anyway, he added a second homer in that game. That was fun. And by the way, that second homer that we played of his on that day, the 25th he's had this year, that was his 250th homer of his career. Congrats, Shohei Ohtani. Many, 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 many more home runs to you, sir. And by the way, I thought I'd toss this stat in as a portion of the show today because in case you weren't familiar with his pitching work, and most of us really aren't because we've never seen him pitch on a Dodger mound, except when he's with the Angels. Since he's going tonight, here's what you must know about Ohtani. His record with the Angels in pitching, his lifetime record, he's 38-19 overall. He's got an overall ERA of 3.01. Come on, baby. That's pretty good. 167 lifetime strikeouts and 55 walks. That's a great ratio. It's almost 3-1. And that's with 86 games for the Halos. Not bad, Shohei Ohtani. Let's see more of that kind of playing tonight on the Hill, right? All right. Speaking of stats of the day, we wouldn't have any stats for if we didn't have this one. On that, let's see, what do we got here? Well, we got our Jumbo Jack watch with our Jack in the Box Jumbo Jack watch. Anytime the Dodger pitching staff records 7 Ks or more in a game, you, me, we all get free Jumbo Jacks the next day at any LA County and Ventura County. That's right, LA County and Ventura County Jack in the Box stores. So far this season, the pitching staff has come through with 7 or more Ks 58 times in 72 games. Wait a minute. That equals a mark of 81% so far this season. Yeah, that's great. More free Jumbo Jacks with the purchase of a large drink. Thanks, Jack, and thanks, Dodger pitching staff. All you got to do whenever the Dodgers get 7 or more Ks in a game, the next day you walk into your local Jack in the Box in LA and Ventura counties and say, give me the Dodger deal, please. Buy a large drink, larger than this, and you get a free Jumbo Jack. In fact, you can even customize it too. All right, we got some Dodger quick hit trivia. We didn't have any last time. Got a little bit tougher one this time. These have been pretty easy, but again, it's out of our Dodger Insider magazine, latest edition. Which pitcher, I'll give you a multiple choice, okay, make it a little easier. Which pitcher led the American League in strikeouts as a member of the Yankees and later won 20 games in one season with the Dodgers? Was it A, Kevin Brown? Was it B, Al Downing? Was it C, Sal Magli? Or was it D, Hiroki Kuroda? That's a tough one. I'll say it one more time. Which pitcher led the American League in strikeouts as a member of the Yankees and later won 20 games in one season for the Dodgers? Was it Brown, Downing, Magli, or Kuroda? Answer in just a few minutes. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's get you out to the ballpark real fast. Giants series. No. We're playing the Madres now. Yeah, we're playing the Padres. Okay, as we've been saying, it's going to be Shohei tonight. He's starting. Don't know who else you're going to see in there. Maybe, I don't know, Sauer, one of those guys. But Shohei Ohtani with a 0-0 record and a 0.00 ERA. He's going against Dylan Cease. He's 2-5 with a 4.28 ERA. 10 Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific time, 7:10 on Sportsnet LA and MLB Network and MLB.TV. Should be on MLB Network, out of market. So Cheryl alert. Watch out for tonight's game, Cheryl. It might be on MLB Network as well. On Tuesday, this is an interesting one. In fact, there's 3 Cheryl alerts today. Tuesday, the 17th, we don't know who's pitching yet for the Dodgers. They have not announced it as of this moment. But Randy Vasquez is going for the Padres. 3-4 with a 3.57 ERA. It's a 7-10er on Sportsnet LA. And, Cheryl alert, TBS is carrying the game on Tuesday. TBS, 7-10 game, okay? And Wednesday, Yoshi Yamamoto is coming back with a 6-5 record. Hopefully on 6 days rest this time, not 5. And his 2.64 ERA up against Steven Kolek. He's 3-2 with a 3.50 ERA. 7-10 game, Sportsnet LA and Cheryl alert, MLB Network again on Wednesday. So you have SNLA and MLB Network on Monday and Wednesday, and you got TBS and SNLA on Tuesday. So all 3 games are at 7:10, and all 3 are going to be on Sportsnet LA. 2 of them on MLB Network, and 1 of them on TBS. The Tuesday game on TBS. Everybody get that? If not, rewind and watch it again. And remember, all games are going to be on the Dodger Radio flagship AM 570 LA Sports, KLAC to you and me. And in the Ventura County area, fans can hear all the games over the all-new KVYB K-Vibe, Groovy 106.3. They've switched from classic rock to 60s and 70s oldies, which I love. Of course, I love classic rock too. Of course, KTNQ La Super Q has the Spanish B-cast all the time, so check that out. By the way, one quick note, if anybody wants to know, because some people have asked. So we'll do a little cross-promoting here. Triple cross-promoting, along with this podcast. I always mention KVYB 106.3 in Ventura County. They're playing oldies, 60s and 70s. If you like your oldies rare but well done, check out my personal slice of internet heaven. It's called rockinradio.com. ROCKIN radio.com. We play the best oldies and classic rock and soldies you've never heard. 50s, 60s, 70s, and more than that. And B-sides, album tracks, stuff you've never heard before. So if you like your oldies or classic rock well and rare done, check out rockinradio.com. And on my show this month, on June, you'll see it at the top of the page of the Now Playing page if you get to that website, the guy who used to co-host this with me, my brother Lynn, and his old band, the Gringos. I know, funny name. Well, they started in Phoenix, so that's why. They have their latest and greatest song happening third in the lineup on my show this month in June, the RLT Archives. It's called Summer Impressions, and you can hear it right there on my show on Rockin' Radio. June, all June it's playing. It's in rotation. Well, it's on demand. You catch it whenever you want. All right, let's give you the trivia answer to the quick hit trivia question. A moment ago we asked you which pitcher led the American League in strikeouts as a member of the Yankees, and then later on won 20 games in a season for the Dodgers. Was it Kevin Brown, Al Downing, Sal Magli, or Hiroki Kuroda? Anybody know the answer? Well, it wasn't Brown. Wasn't Magli. No, wasn't Kuroda. It was Al Downing. Gentleman Al. Everybody remember Gentleman Al Downing? He even hosted Dodger Talk for a little while, too. All right, that was a good one. A little tougher this time, but that was a good one. All right, other cool stuff. Don't forget, I tend to leave some pretty cool Dodger content about our team on our Facebook page from time to time, so check back often. Sometimes I leave highlights. Sometimes I leave full games or full broadcasts of games from the Wayback Machine. So you can check those out. Usually I'll leave the longer stuff when there's a non-game day. So you'll have time to watch like a 2-hour game or something. And that's always fun to do when there's no game, right? So that's why I do it. We'll talk with you again soon. Don't forget to write to letstalkdodgers@gmail.com. And don't forget to vote for all your Dodger favorites for the All-Star game. We'll talk with you soon. Thanks for watching Let's Talk Dodgers. Come on back, pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and let's talk Dodgers. Oh, and about right after this series is over, okay? All right. Talk to you later. Thanks, everybody. And we'll see you very, very soon. Go Blue. Beat those Madres. Yeah, Maury Wills. Steal a pennant.